we still have openings in True Street. We still have openings Daily Driver. Pretty much all the classes we're running, we have more openings. So if you guys still want to come out, please, I ask you guys, please to lock in. If you have to come day of, we most likely will have spots for the other classes. But like I said, small tire is done. There's no more spots available. If someone drops off, hit me up. I can put you on the list. And if people drop off for odd reasons, then that's it. We'll start going through the list of people I have on standby. I think run what you brung. A lot of guys are actually in small tire. They put their smalls on because we changed the rules for this one event in small tire. So it's going to be the best of the best. Everybody in small tire, and we're going to see who leaves with that money. So it should be good. So I saw Limpy down below, but then he disappeared again. Or maybe he's still there.
He's messing around for sure. Or put all your kids to bed now. Turn your earphones down. He's coming on. But that's the only warning I can give you guys is.
Well, we do give the viewer discretion advised in the beginning.
Okay. As long as we do that, we should be okay. Can't be mad at us. I mean, they can be mad at us, but.
No, they could be mad at us, but. Do you know Limpy? I could say yes. I know Limpy a little bit. Some people may not. So that's why we thought we'd have him on, because
we're gonna have him here.
Oh, here we go. He's trying to tie his feet. Maybe that's what he's doing. I heard there was a rule Friday night that you couldn't. What was that? Maybe I missed the first question. Did I miss something further up? Limpy, you ready? Give me thumbs up. Oh, he's good. Oh, there we go. Perfect.
Oh, boy.
This is about to pop off. So, without further ado.
Limpy is the man when it comes to calf stays. He is the man that invented it here in the States. And I came to the second or third, I think the third one that he ever ran. Definitely a badass. He is the grandfather of calf Just different. You used to have a bulb on your head. Yeah. LED.
I mean, that just hits different.
Oh shit!
What's going on, Limpy?
Hold on, my mic got all limp on me.
I see what you did there.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like that. I don't know who's your producer is, but that's pretty damn good. I like that.
Well, we try to do intro videos when we have guests for people to make it a little more. And I'm going to be honest, you didn't send me any information, so now I had to do my own digging. So
which is scary.
When the detective goes on the offense, you may not like what I dug up.
No, I don't care. As long as you can't go back to I'm like 13, we're good.
Well,
we got pretty close.
We got pretty close, but we can't go back to 13. That's true.
Oh man. No,
so what's happening? I know you were a little under the weather. You feeling better?
This is how sick I was yesterday. I was so sick that I didn't even go to the streets Saturday night.
Oh, really? So you must have been sick.
Yeah, I was. No lady's like, I know you're not sick because you didn't even try to talk me into letting you go. Of course, it was like 25 degrees here last night, so I'll take a hit for that. What y'all smoking? Or what y'all hitting on?
We're just drinking tonight. I got.
Let me guess. Michelob up here.
Yeah. Oh, you know it.
And what kind of are you drinking? Beer or bourbon?
Maple
whiskey. We're doing maple whiskey.
Oh.
I'm back home in Canada, so I got to drink maybe.
Oh, you're still there? You're still there?
I'm still here.
Damn.
Yeah.
I bet you're freezing your balls off.
Oh yeah. No, I'm looking forward to going back south right away.
He done got used to that Florida life, and
Oh,
well, yeah, that's what I was telling Terry. I'm spoiled now.
His blood's changed for sure.
My blood's changed. I'm a lizard, cold-blooded now.
Yep.
Yeah, well, Matt, that's how bad Matt come into town from Mississippi,
Mm-hmm.
and we were going to go to the streets last night, and what's up, Dave? And he got here about 1:30 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and we sit and chatted, and then we went out and had a safety meeting, and I woke up like at 5 or no, fuck that. I woke up about 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, and I was just freezing to death. At almost look at last street racing.
Sorry, I won't cut you off. You woke up.
Well, I woke up at like at 6 o'clock in the morning, freezing to death, and I had 101.8 degree fever.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, that's high.
I was, and then well, the old lady says it's because I'm not sleeping. Even though I'm still smoking now, and I'm back to this ain't even helping no more because my head keeps going and going and going.
Yeah.
Maybe I start eating some of them edibles.
Yeah, those help sometimes. I eat them sometimes when I'm really having trouble or high stress. Like the last week, I haven't been sleeping well just because I'm stressing about the event coming up and making sure, everything's taken care of and everybody's taken care of. And I'm a control freak. Terry knows this. It's very hard for me to I've always ran my own businesses, so I've always been like the guy. So it's hard for me to let go of control of certain things without really having to trust people, right?
And that's the way I was way back in the day. Is I didn't trust nobody, especially with street racing.
Yeah,
I had one guy that he was the nerd, the computer part of it, because we ran everything on the internet and in the forums, in the forum days, and but I would go out and search and find stuff, and I wouldn't tell nobody where we were racing, just because I didn't want nobody to have any advantage. Still to this day, I won't tell nobody where we're racing.
Yeah, I'm the same. I'm the same way. I guess maybe I don't know. I don't know what's happened lately with that stuff. Not lately. I mean, I get it. It's the internet, and everybody wants to show off that they're at the cool event and all this stuff, which I get. They're chasing clout, but it kind of ruins the sport now a little bit. Like it's very hard to street race now. And it doesn't help when you got 40 guys going live at the same time, like as if
don't know
what the internet is.
That ain't even a big deal. It's because when I go live, I'm usually not live until people are pulling up to do burnouts.
Mm-hmm.
I do that. But now they're making posts on Facebook trying to gather up cars and stuff, and
yeah, it's just silly.
All the time. I'm like, this shit's still illegal, people.
Yeah, I know.
It's still illegal.
Oh yeah. 100%. Yeah, it's just a little different, I guess.
It's Sunday. Is that Showtime? Is where I'm going to be at Sunday?
25th. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Showtime.
Yeah. You're there Sunday.
Yeah, that was nice of you to go over there after our event and help those guys out.
Yeah.
Them dabs. I got some. Ed from Colorado sent me some. Oh shit. Some hash. I've been putting a little bit on my bowl, boy, and it's been working good. But
yeah, it's been legal in Colorado for a while now. I think so.
Yeah.
They were one of the first.
What's up, James? 650 instant green. Yep.
Yeah, that's what we're doing is instant green. We're gonna have to screw the bulbs back in. Now that you're flagging our race, we're going to have to change up things a little bit. I think I was telling you before, because we want to use that backside. We still want to get the wind lights out of the track. So we're going to stage people, double ball them in, hit basically the tree, but there won't be any bulbs. And then you're going to start, as long as both cars are double bulbed in, then you're going to bring them in.
I got
the normal way to do. Give everybody their time. It won't matter because it's just going to be reaction time,
It
but
just
we
won't
still
go.
want to use the back of the tree or the back of the track to see the wind light so that we don't have any drama or, it makes life easier when you're at a track. I mean, it's a very simple way of doing things. You can still do a flashlight start, but
Yeah.
we're going to still set up a jump camera. I got a local girl who's really good at that kind of stuff. So she's going to film. So I think that's kind of the route we're going for this event like that.
What's up, Robert?
So yeah, for people who don't know, we had a couple of questions. First off, why do people call you Limpy?
Hold on. That one hit pretty good.
Yeah, that one hit hard.
Most definitely. When I was like, I think I was like 12 or no, I was like 14. I broke my ankle bad.
Mm-hmm.
Ligaments, tendons, everything. And so I walk with a limp. Even I
gotcha.
I was a limp back in the day. Now
So
I'm really
where the
limpy.
nickname came from.
Yeah.
A different Limpy now.
Yeah.
God.
Don't worry, they got pills for that. You're good.
Oh yeah. Hell, I can tie the old lady's got plenty of hair ties. I can just tie that thing off on the end and then roll it down.
Then you're good.
Yeah. That's the redneck way of doing stuff, people.
For sure.
That's, they probably don't know about that stuff up there in Canada, but down here in the South, we got that.
It's got a little bit different. It hits a little different.
It does. It gets a little swole too, because
So what's happening down in Texas with the streets scene? Still the same, or how are the cops down there, or are they cracking down now with takeovers and all this bullshit like everywhere else?
Yeah, we have some of that stuff. I don't really pay attention to that stuff, but we have our select crews that goes out and does stuff. We're in luxury to have two different cities where we can go. I mean, we have it's a shit ton of area that we can go in street race. Depends on you can drive an hour and still be in the same city as way and that's not with no traffic, just from north side to south side. But the only problem I see with it is people burning up spots. That's the big deal. But the cops and stuff, most of the time, as long as you're not acting stupid, they're gonna be they'll be cool with you. But if they roll up and you're racing 3 wide down a 2-lane road,
they ain't cool with that.
Yeah, they ain't gonna be cool with that. Or if you're out doing donuts in the middle of an intersection because you want to be cool, no, they ain't gonna be cool with that.
No,
Right?
I don't think anybody's cool with that. All it does is just cause shit, and really, it's not. And what I hate the most is when the media says, "Well, these guys got caught street racing." I'm like, that ain't fucking street racing.
A V6 Mustang, Corolla.
That's a V6 Mustang.
That stuff I was like NASCAR. I just watch it for the wrecks, when people get either ran into or they run into something. That's the same conflict. I mean, I watched one video and the dude was filming and the guy whipped around and hip checked him and it knocked him out of his pants and everything. And I was like, God, dang. That dude got hit so hard it knocked his pants off of him.
Oh yeah, I've seen a few of those. Never mind one. Like, I don't understand. They run into traffic like that. It's like they want to get hit like that, and then they get knocked out, pants blown off, upside down. Well, I guess it's somewhat human. What do they call it? Human selection.
Oh boy, I could try. I could try. I know y'all got up there. Y'all had one flagger that got kicked out.
Oh yeah,
he wasn't pretty enough.
He got replaced. He got replaced by a woman.
I don't really remember his name, but
yeah, he got replaced because he's. You know what? I think you know why he got replaced.
Oh god!
I mean, have you seen the one they replaced him with? I mean, she's a little better looking than he is.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I mean, she's a little more easier on the eyes. That's the difference between a hard light and a soft light. When you bang the lights to go.
That's what he gets for not being on here.
Alex,
Yeah.
Alex is a hard
I'm
night.
waiting to see Alex post
No,
up on here. Any
Alex.
minute, like,
Y'all seen that
Son
meme I
of a
made one
bitch.
time? It's like he knocks Alex in the trash can and
In the
then he's
trash can.
trash.
Poor Alex.
Oh, boy.
No, he's still flagging a little bit here in Canada, and he got to flag the event or the street thing we did in South Carolina, which was so random. We went to
Oh,
dig or die, and I
dang.
guess they had no flagger, and they're like, "Oh, can you flag it?" And he's like, "Oh my god, I'm going to be flagging." He was so excited. Nothing
Was he
actually
looking around? Was he looking around for Ashton Kutcher like he don't get punked or what?
Yeah, that's what we thought.
God.
So let's dive in here a little bit.
All right.
You used to be a truck driver, correct? If I'm not mistaken, you used
Yes,
to
sir.
drive truck,
Yes, sir.
and the street stuff was just kind of like for fun on the side. I guess flagging street races, you don't really make money.
No, I don't.
It was more just for the passion. of
Local
being
stuff, I
involved
don't.
in it.
Local stuff, and I mean, so I'm kind of back in the day. I was kind of like you. I was main focused. Nobody talked to me. I had my way of doing it. If you didn't like it, get lost.
Yeah.
And I didn't trust nobody. Everybody was a snitch or a cop or something. That's when you get paranoid. When you get like deep down into it, like I was, you get paranoid.
Yeah.
And I'm still paranoid a little bit about today, but it is what it is. But you always gotta be, to do street stuff. You gotta be 2 steps ahead of where you're at right now. So
Mhm. No, that makes sense.
got a plan. Got a plan for a plan for a plan for a plan.
Were you a racer at first though, or
Yeah,
just involved?
I still have the same car that I had back in the day.
And what's that?
I got an '87 coupe.
Oh, nice.
Mustang coupe. Yeah, and then I got
you and Happy love to keep your cars. Eh? You guys just don't sell a fucking thing.
Oh, that's just a weed, man. I'm just telling you. But yeah, got the wife, got the warden, and got her pregnant, and then started doing the stuff, and then kid came along, and I didn't want her to go to the same school that I went to, so I put her through private school.
Gotcha.
Her entire
nice.
life was in private school. So,
Hell
and by that time I was still into the scene and stuff, but
Mhm.
I got a Banshee too. That was when I started. I still got the same Banshee that I used to street race back in the early '90s too. So
Nice.
but anyway, but I didn't want my buddies and them going to jail. So I started planning and organizing, and lookouts and security. I mean, we were just flying blind back in the day. If cops showed up, we'd know they're there until we see red and blues or sirens or something.
Yeah.
But wanted to have people out and give us a heads up that they were coming. Well, that plus safety too. If a car turns on the street and you don't know them and they're racing, so I mean, I looked at all factors of everything.
Yeah, just make a better environment so that it's safer. Because nobody wants anybody to get hurt in this stuff.
No.
Not when it's organized. I mean, there's idiots that'll go through the city and race light to light with no concept of anything, but that's completely different. That's why whenever I hear street racing and stuff like that, it's such a vague term. Because if you've ever been to an actual like proper street race, it's like the racetrack. It's very well organized. People are very safe. Like it's not what it's perceived, I guess, to be.
Yeah.
So I got a throwback for you. You're gonna like to see. I told you I was digging.
Oh boy! Look at that handsome.
Hey, look at
that good-looking girl.
Look at that hair.
Believe it or not, I still got a full head of hair. I still got a full head of hair.
You just shave it.
Yeah, I'll just shave it. I've been shaving my head for probably 15 years.
Yeah, I had to dig deep for some older pictures of you here.
Oh, that's my best buddy. No, that's Magnum. That's earlier.
How many?
Poopy was in here earlier. Was looking for Maxwell. He was like, "Where's he at?"
Maxwell's sleeping right now.
Did Poopy just have a birthday or something? Is that what I heard or saw? Or
We rescued him on we don't know if it's actual birthday, but this when we rescued him, it was on Valentine's Day, I think. So
hell yeah,
that was his birthday.
So you guys have mostly rescue dogs? Is that what?
Yeah,
where you get
that's
them
all.
from?
That's all.
That's awesome, man.
That's all I try to help.
Yeah. No, that's great. I love people that take rescue dogs because most of them are really good dogs.
Yeah, there's you get a couple of them that are
That's a little bit strung out.
They're like we had a red-nosed pit one time, and she didn't get along with the other rescue that I found at the truck stop, and no, I'm not a truck driver no more, Sam. I still got my CDL, but I don't drive no more. But picked her up in the truck stop, and then they were fighting and stuff, and that was they got in a fight, and I guess she got the jugular underneath her chest. Had to take her in emergency surgery. That was $4,500.
Ooh, yeah.
And then that all gets said and done. So we thought everything was fine. They were going good. We left to go up to I think a Walmart. We were gone for like 20 minutes, and apparently they had a fight again. It happened again. Same location, same everything.
Oh God.
Another $4,500, and that was within 3 months of each other, 3 or 4 months.
Oh wow.
So and we had to find another home for her.
Yeah, especially.
She did the same thing at her sister's or her brother's house. I think the dog has separation anxiety.
Oh, and starts
whenever
freaking out
whenever
when
he
you're
left,
gone.
when he released, he starts freaking out. She almost tore the door down.
Yeah, Maxwell has.
I hope
He doesn't.
so, Sam.
He's not like that, but he has separation anxiety too. If I leave him, he'll tear up something. Like that's just his way of like. If there's a box or something around, I'll come back and it'll literally be shredded.
Yeah,
and that's just how he deals with it. He doesn't like. I've been trying to leave him more often because I've also, since he was a puppy, he literally has been everywhere I go. Like I go to work, he stays beside me. Terry knows. Like I'll go over even to visit Terry. Maxwell's with me. Like. He goes everywhere with me, which I enjoy, but there are certain places, where it becomes like it's a headache, right? A little bit. Certain stores don't like you bringing the dog in.
Fuck
and then
them
in Florida,
stores.
and in Florida, it's hard because it's hot, right? You can't leave the dog in the car. I mean, here in Canada, it's freezing. If I leave him in the car for 20 minutes to go in a store now, he's fine. Like the car is warm, but in Florida, it's just too hot. So I've been yelled at a couple times for bringing him in to certain stores.
What does Maxwell prefer weather-wise?
Oh, he likes the heat better. I opened the door in the backyard here to let him out because we have a fenced backyard up here in Canada and it's all snow on the ground. He went out there tippy-toeing ever so lightly, pissed quickly, and then boom, right back inside. So he's been spoiled too. He doesn't mind the heat. Like a lot of people say Frenchies are real bad in the heat.
Yeah. Well, silver
I
dragon.
think that is something to do with their face, like the structure of their face. And I'm lucky Maxwell's snout is out far enough. He doesn't have really breathing problems. Like,
don't even. You're not married, dummy. You're pointing over the wrong way. No, it's the wrong. There's nobody over there with a dog. Look at your finger.
Looking at my camera here, I'm pointing at you, boy.
Well, that's because you didn't flip it.
How about like this?
My dog, he's got it made. My dog might have some breathing issues.
But that's common with French bulldogs. Like a lot of them have breathing issues because their snout is too far pushed back.
Pugs are the same way.
Speaking of hotels, we got you a decent hotel, so there should be no surprises unless I leave you one in your hotel room. I mean, anything's possible, but
yeah, hopefully I don't get stuck underneath my big toenail.
No,
you better wear. Terry said you better wear flip flops in there.
No, you're right down the road from me. It's fine.
Frenchies and Bostons hate the code.
Yeah.
We had
Well, I think a lot of dogs outside of long-haired dogs hate the cold.
My the one I picked up the truck stop, Ping Ping. Now she's Pillow. She's at that age now. All she wants to do is sleep. We got Ping Ping because she was, when I rescued her, she was all crazy and jumping around and this and that and the other. And I had her because I was in the oil field, and I had her in the truck because I would stay gone for a couple months.
Yeah.
And because you're making stupid money every week, so. And I would stay gone for a couple months, and I'd come home for a couple weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, and then I'd go back out. And I found her like a couple weeks, so she was slept in the truck with me for about 4 weeks. And you didn't get a no. I'm going to be a turning and burning. And
we didn't put you in a Mockley, trust me. We put you somewhere nice.
Oh boy.
Anyway, sorry.
But she stayed in my truck for like 4 weeks, and I brought her home finally, and then I was going back out, and I said, "She's my road dog," and the wife wouldn't let me take her out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now it's gotten to the point I don't know what I'll do without Maxwell with me. It's a weird thing. At first, it was annoying as hell, and I was like, "Oh, this might have been a mistake," but now he comes everywhere with me, and he's so used to it. That's what I love. A lot of people are like, "How does your dog, how's he fine at the track?" I'm like, that little fucker's been with me from 8 weeks at the track. He's been in the shop when we're, working on motors and doing. It doesn't affect him at all. He could care less. He doesn't even get startled by anything. People fire up loud cars, and he just looks over like, "Yeah, that's cool."
And I get along better with dogs than I do humans. That's just the way it is with me.
That's true. A dog will always love you. That's for sure.
Well, I say, man, lock your wife and your girlfriend or your dog in the trunk for 30 minutes. Open up. Who's happy to see you?
Yeah, that's true though.
I mean, shit. I had a TRX back in the day.
So did you decide? So moving forward, you were driving truck, and then what? This no prep stuff started, I guess, or you could start making money going hosting events, or I guess getting paid to show up.
I still did both. I'd work Monday through Friday, and then or if I had to drive extra further, I would take off Friday from work. Because I had a buddy that I drove for, and he was real lenient with me on my schedule, and I would drive to wherever, and I'd work. And there's a couple of times, many times I would get back, because if we didn't get done until late Sunday morning, and I'm having to drive back 14, 15 hours, I would get back home just in time to shower and change clothes and go to work. I did that quite a few times, and it got old after a couple of years, Yeah. And the old lady said that, we'll be good, because it's just now it's just me and her in the house, and the kids are gone, married, and it's just us. And we were smart with our money back in, when I was making good money in oil fields and stuff. So, so we did that stuff, and we're not doing bad.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, now you get to do what you love, right?
Yeah.
Before it was a hobby, and now you can make a little money doing it.
Yeah, if you do something that you love, then it's never work.
Exactly. No, I agree with that 100%.
Yep.
Sometimes
calling in finish line and tire cracks, that's where it becomes a job.
Work.
I didn't see it. I don't see it. Dude, it's right there.
Yeah. Well, I think someone like yourself is well respected enough now in this industry that I highly doubt too many people argue with you, because you've been doing this for so long and you have no bias.
I could care less. Anyway.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Where a lot of guys,
as long as everybody goes home safe and not in jail, and their cars aren't impounded, we're good.
Yeah, exactly.
And everybody had a good time. That's the
main
thing.
And like I said, you've been around this long enough that How many tire crack videos have you looked at? How many finish line videos? You know what I mean? Like, becomes a point where you're like, listen, man, that's what I always liked about going to your events, because I had that reassurance. Not reassurance, that's not the word, but if you told me I jumped, I'm good with it. I'm not even going to ask you to see it because I know you're legit. You know what I mean? When you go to a race where the race master is legit, I love those, because then I don't even have to second guess anything. I mean, unless I truly believe it, and I'm willing to pay at that point. But a lot of guys will argue every time. You know what I mean? It don't matter. They're like, "Oh no, I didn't jump." It's like, dude, you were fucking 4 frames before the light.
And I've been wrong before. I thought somebody jumped before, or as a guy banging a ladder or doing something, you kind of get an inkling that he might have left. So I've even pointed at somebody. I said, right before, as he taking off, I'm like, he jumped, and I went to look. I'll be damned if it was a lucky guess, because when you got video, when you're on an Android, if you're filming in slow mo and then you scrub it, you can go up to 900 and I think it's 67 frames a second. Man. So, and he was on like the first, because when it's going that slow, the LED flickers, kind of like it's not real like a real bad flicker, but it's flicker. But if you can see it flicker, like it should have like 30 flicks before somebody actually, because you got a human body reaction and then mechanical reaction. So you should have at least some kind of reaction there. But if he let go of the button in hopes of the light was on, which it was.
Yeah, some people get lucky like that. They guess.
It was a damn lucky guess.
Yeah, because there is that delay too before the car moves when you let go of the button. There's always like,
you got human delay and then the mechanical delay. I mean, you've got a process, and that if you're letting go of the button, if you're moving the tires cracking before the light on 1 or 2 strobes, then you let go of the button way
early. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you guess and you're on the guess, it still would take time. You'd still be on the money because of the delay through the whole deal.
That's like guessing in a tree. I mean, and what was that back in the day? They, I guess no prep. Some of the no prep stuff is off the tree.
Yeah, the instant green.
But I know, but before that, they couldn't have a reaction time of point something. Some of the races,
really? I didn't know that.
There were some, they ran off the tree or something like that, and they couldn't guess. They couldn't run. The reaction time couldn't be quicker than like a 350 or something like that.
Oh, really?
And I'm
they couldn't guess. Yeah, that's stupid though.
But yeah, I mean that was several years ago, but I never got it. I said, what you're that's where you try to win a race is off of reaction time.
Especially if you're going up against somebody that on paper is much faster. Like your only hope is to tree them. If you can tree them in an 1/8 mile, that's a huge advantage for yourself. Yeah. Because first one to the stripe, and if they're sleeping, I mean, I've been beaten by slower cars many times because I'm making sandwiches.
Yeah, like what, last week?
Soup sandwich.
Yeah,
last week probably.
Dude, I'm not a pro tree guy. I wait for that green light. I'm also not a jumper, so I'm just not a pro tree guy. I see those yellows. I'm still waiting for the green. I let go of the button on the green like an idiot.
It's like you see yellow. You see yellow like
yeah. Everyone tells you that as soon as you see the yellow, let go of the button because of the delay. But yeah, it was bad. I agree. But mind you, that truck's fast too, so it would have been a close race regardless. He's actually going to be at our race this weekend. I think he's double classing. He signed up for tailgate as well. So it's going to be a good race. I think we're going to have. Yeah, he's in small tire, and then he's also going to run tailgate. Full size truck. It's fast.
Yeah. Did you get your spooling figured out?
Yeah, we're better. Much better than we were the first time. The first time I couldn't go anywhere, literally anywhere. It was running on motors in the 330.
Are you still having to spray nitrous? Are you spray nitrous?
No, we haven't sprayed nitrous. It was just all tuning stuff, working on the 3-step timing, bunch of shit like that, and just figuring out how to make them work. So,
yeah,
you know what I like though in this community? it's nice that you can reach out to certain people. Like some people won't help you, but I'd say a majority of the people nowadays, because all the secrets are out. There's no real secrets to no prep. I'm sure there's still certain things, but with all the suspensions you can buy now and all the stuff that's on the market, most people are willing to help you out because, you know, oh my God. Savages.
I
It's
think I
100%
did.
accurate.
I think I did. I think I remember that phrase too.
I had time. I was recording. I had time to stand up and shake my head before you left the light. I was just thinking, what is happening right now? I'm done. I just turned the camera off. I didn't even record it. I didn't know if I was supposed to walk up and open the door and say, "Hey, is everything all right?"
That
or-
was his look down there. See his look right there. Look, hold on. That was him. When you like, what the hell happened? Maxwell
No,
looking
I
at you
know.
like, "Hey, dude,
Terry
that goes
was-
nothing, dude."
Terry gets bad too. I come back, I see it. It's like, you know, when you've done something
There was-
bad and you go home to your dad and you're like, oh shit, and you see his face. I'm like, oh no.
That
Oh
was
no, I'm
different.
gonna get it now.
That was different. You did fuck us though.
Because Terry does his job very well, but if I don't do my job, then it's on me. So
It's okay. That's racing.
yeah,
Yeah,
we'll get it
make sure
next
you
time.
put some bolts in. Make sure you put some bolts in the shocks.
Yeah, that's
tack
it.
welded them too.
Loctite them.
No, we don't need to worry about that. I took the MIG welder to those fuckers. They ain't coming out
Oh,
ever again.
Oh boy.
That was one mistake that won't happen again. I guarantee you that. So then, okay, so got into racing. So now with this no prep thing, that's basically full time for you during the summer, I'd imagine. It's a lot of traveling though, but you don't
Yes.
seem to. I guess with the trucking career, it doesn't bother you driving for hours.
No. I drive. I don't know. I drove from here, from my house to almost Virginia one time. It was well, no, hell, I drove from my house to Compton, California in one sitting, and that was 21 hours, I think.
Oh wow, yeah. I used to do that to Florida, but I can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
It kills me. I started hallucinating at like, I don't know, 6 a.m. I start to see shit, and then I'm swerving, and I'm like, oh, whoa.
Well,
There's
going
nothing out
west, going west, I'm usually, when the sun's coming up, I'm usually just dumb stupid.
Yeah.
I have to pull over for 20 or 30 minutes, but heading west, it's behind me, so it doesn't phase me because it's behind me. But headed east, that sun coming up, I'm like, I've got to pull over for something.
Yeah, that's what I like driving down to Florida. That's what I'll normally do is try to drive like the first 16 hours or whatever, and then just pull into a rest stop, jump in the back seat, sleep for 2 hours. You only really need 2 hours of sleep, and then you can finish the last 5 or whatever it is without it totally destroying you. But
still,
you are a driver over a flyer, though, right? You're not a big fan of flying.
As long as I can do, as long as I ain't got no layovers, or if it's direct, I'll do direct. But I flew to California, from here to California one time, and then back. I flew from California to Phoenix, and I was supposed to swap planes, and they got me on one of them. From California to Phoenix was on one of them little, god dang, one of them little bitty 2 seats on one side and one on
like
the
a
other.
flying school bus.
Yeah, and it was me, and it was like 2 of me sitting next to each other on this fucking plane.
Oh, brutal.
For like 45 minutes, and I was like, God dang. And then I almost missed the fucking flight back to here because I thought I had like an hour, but it was different. I don't know how. I know I was still on it might have been Phoenix and California same time. So yeah, it might be. I don't know, but I almost missed the flight, and I was on. Luckily, they got them escalators that you walk and you move. If you walk, you can move faster.
People movers.
Yeah, and I got on that thing. I thought I was getting a workout, and I was like, "Look at this, man! I'm going by them people." Yeah. Puddle jumper. Yeah. But yeah, I'll do the direct deal. But
other than that, you'd rather drive. So what do you drive now to go to all these things? It must be something good on gas, I imagine.
Yeah, I still got the Kia Forte.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
hopefully.
Did you fix the tranny issue or whatever?
Well, we changed we changed the transmission fluid, so hopefully, and there's no I guess the transmission's sealed where you can't change the filter, but yeah, we changed the fluid and did everything, and I don't know. I haven't put very many miles on it since. Yeah, I haven't put very many miles on it this winter so far. So,
well, as long as you can make it to Florida, then we can help you out once you get there, or at least close to. If you need anything, we got resources down there for sure.
Oh yeah.
So we met. Actually, hold on a minute. The first time I met you, because I always watched you on YouTube, but I mean, us being in Canada, we didn't really get a lot. Like, I went to Texas 2K once when we had the Jeep. I think I saw you there, or maybe I didn't. There were so many races going on at Texas 2K, like street stuff, that we were, for the 4 days, I don't think we ever actually went to Texas 2K. We just drove around Texas going to different street stuff with the truck, because it wasn't really Texas 2K.
Did you go by like JFK area?
Yeah,
that was the good spots nowadays. That road was kind of short.
I just couldn't believe how many good spots you guys have down there. Like, we kept jumping spots, and everyone was like a racetrack. I'm like, these guys have been on here for I don't know how many years, but the rubber was thick, and I'm like, Jesus.
You like, I'm gonna fuck the world up with this all-wheel drive. You get out there, you're like,
oh, not today.
Not
today, Junior. We even went into industrial areas, and even then, I was like, you had a good 330 of straight rubber, and I'm like, wow.
Mm-hmm. That was back in the day when everybody would, street race. Now it's getting to be kind of a chore, but it's kind of changing the tone again, maybe.
Yeah. Well, I think it's getting popular. Well, not getting popular. It's always been popular, but now with all the media and all this no prep stuff and all this, everybody wants to be a street racer kind of deal. But the nice part is now we can actually race and do these kind of street style events. I love it personally, to be honest, because my biggest pet peeve with street stuff is the driving around all night. Literally, I've been to numerous events or street things like that where I didn't even pull the truck out. Like, we just drove around all night going spot to spot to spot. And if you weren't the first two pairs, you probably weren't racing. Like, and then at the end of the night, they're like, okay, it's over. I'm like, sweet. That was fun.
Yeah. Sometimes you're the bug, sometimes you're the windshield street racing, it's hit or miss, count your blessings when it happens. And then, I've had more good than I've had bad. So I just thank my lucky stars on that one.
So yeah, the first time, I think I have a video of it, when I met you guys was at KD.
Come here, like myself, you're preying on people like me. And then I end up meeting a nice Filipino girl. I take her back to my hotel room. Come to find out, I cost money for her service to come to my room. Mary Goodman. I end up having a good time. We start kissing. We take off her clothes. She has male genitalia. She's a transgender. Mary Goodman.
Excuse me. We're in a public venue.
My bad, Terry. Sorry, my bad. This was when I hit the wrong button.
I like that one. I like that though. That's pretty fun. Transgender.
Did you hit the wrong button, or was that intentional?
No, I'm sorry, Terry. I didn't mean to hit that. That was completely accidental.
I gotta start screening some of these videos.
I met Limpy down at KD for the first time when we brought the Jeep down. Sorry, Terry.
What did I do?
Should have deleted that one.
I'm the nicest one out of all three of us.
That's
so yeah. I always watched you guys. I mean, I guess from when I first knew about you was back in the not Street Outlaws, but the guys from Street Outlaws kind of deal. Justin always talking about Limpy flagging races and all the stuff that we were starting to watch on TV. So for me, I was a little bit starstruck when we first came out to KD, because I'm like, fuck, I've watched all this guy's races for like years. I was like, we finally get to meet the legend himself. So that was really cool. And you guys are just normal dudes. Like,
yeah, I ain't nobody special. I'm just the same mofo that I've always been.
Which
Just
is
a little-
awesome.
just-
You know
just
what I
a little
mean?
more,
'Cause
got a little bit more chrome in my hair.
some people it can go to their heads too, right? They start becoming
Oh yeah,
something,
and you
and then
see it. You see it. Yeah, you see it. At least I've seen it firsthand. You can see the change in even the way their posture and stuff, and the way they carry themselves. It's like they think, what's up, Lewis? I think they're a little bit better. You know,
well, for sure, and that's why we were a little bit intimidated at first, because I'm like, this guy could be a complete dick. Like, I don't know him from a hole in the wall. You know what I mean? But with the background and the amount of, like, in the racing world, you're a celebrity, right? That's the reality. Like, a lot of people know who you are, so
I don't
it's
think I
good
am.
that I know you don't think you are, but to a lot of people who've been, you know, in the drag racing world, in the street racing world, and you're like one of the icon people that people know. You know what I mean? And it was cool. I got to hang out with you guys, and I was like, that guy's really actually cool as shit.
Appreciate
Just
it.
a
Man.
normal
Appreciate
dude.
it.
So
Yeah.
even Happy too. Happy's a blast. I mean,
God dang, man.
he's
Can
a
you
funny
imagine?
dude.
Can you imagine how much bleach they would need on his backside to
Oh, yeah.
clean everything?
Buckets.
Back of his legs and everything. I mean,
I'm
everything.
still waiting to see if he survived that diesel deal he was at chugging or not.
Yeah,
He
we
said-
haven't seen him since.
Yeah.
He posted up something that he was at, I guess, some ring or something like that, and I thought maybe they was watching midget fighting or something.
Yeah, he's a
That's the way my
funny
mind
dude.
thinks, people. That's the way it is. It just thinks like that.
It's so good.
So what's
But you
on
know,
the
when you get
agenda? Sorry,
when
go
you
ahead.
get to be my age, you just don't give a shit about fuck.
Which is awesome.
I
I mean,
care. I don't care. You don't
I
like it?
noticed
I don't give a shit.
I noticed that as I get older too, I'm stopped caring as much. You know, when you're younger, you care what people think. You care, you know, what you're saying. I think as you get older, you just start being yourself, and it is what it is. I mean, this is who you are and who I am. And Terry's a quiet dude, but deep down inside, he's a fucking savage.
Yeah. And the sad thing is when I was younger, I never clinically diagnosed with this, but you know, OCD or ADD or whatever it is, when you can't, you're always wanting to go and do something. As I got older, that went away. And but over the last couple of years since I've quit driving, I've came back like with a vengeance. I mean, no lady says, she goes, for years, she goes, you be flagging races in your sleep, or you be you be driving in your sleep. You know, she goes, constantly, you're just, that's how I am. My even when I'm asleep, my mind's always going. And I don't know. I thought
it's one of those things, though.
But it's kind of not helping no more.
Yeah, you might want to try the gummies. I find if I really am like, I think it's anxiety based. When you really have a lot of anxiety over shit, I find the gummies just knock me out. Like, I'll be on the couch watching a movie, and then I'll take a gummy, and then an hour later, I slowly feel my eyes drop, and then I'll go to bed, and boom, I'll actually sleep the night, because I wake up a lot. I'm probably similar to you. I wake up every couple of hours normally when I sleep. And I wake up, and then I start thinking about things, and then I look at my phone quickly, and I'm like, oh, did I do this? Did I do that? And I'm like, okay, it's good. And go back to sleep, and then 2 hours later, wake up again. It's horrible for you to sleep like that.
Just imagine doing that for fucking 45 years plus.
Yeah. It's got to wear you down.
I mean, dang. And when I did retire from driving and quit, where I could have medicine for myself, so with no random drug tests and stuff, it helped me sleep, but it's gotten to where it's not helping as much. I mean, I guess if I smoked a whole fucking thing, then yeah,
then you'll pass out. I've had bad experiences with gummies too, but normally when you buy the aftermarket deals, because nowadays you can get them.
Ease and B sent me some, and they didn't work. They didn't work on me.
Oh, really?
Well, they were 10 milligrams a
Mhm.
piece. So and I wasn't sure how bad that was going to do, because I mean I got a bad liver, so
Mhm.
I didn't want to. But I'm like, oh shit, I'm going to try it out. So I talked to Matt, and he said, man, you take it, and it should take, and Ed, so it should take like 30 minutes to 45 minutes before you start feeling something. But it's going to take a minute before it takes effect.
Yeah.
Or it could be, or if your body doesn't really know it, it could like really initiate really quick. And I took it and nothing. Took it and nothing. The next night I took 2 and nothing. But in time is all said and done, I was taking 5 and I didn't get nothing out of them. Didn't hit. And there was a couple times I'd take 5 and I'd go out back and have a safety meeting, and then I'd really be lit.
Well, I'm sure you also, it's like anything, right? You build immunity. Alcoholics build immunity to alcohol. You probably have immunity to weed, where someone like Terry, who probably never does that stuff, if he took 10 milligrams, he'd be flying. But
that's so good, Ed.
I have 500 milligram bags. That's aggressive.
Matt brought me some from Mississippi, and he said they work good. He said I think they're 300 milligrams, but he said I wouldn't start off doing that. He goes,
no, that sounds dangerous.
He's like,
I mean, I've taken one that was 50 and it did nothing until I woke up. And then when I woke up, I was like, oh shit. It hit me now. I felt all stupid for the morning. I'm like, that's not what I wanted.
Yeah. But I didn't know how it was gonna affect me. So I start off slow. I was gonna build my tolerance. Yeah, I remember taking 2, and I watched the movie on Amazon or whatever one night, and I was like, oh boy, Jasper's on here. We're gonna live it up tomorrow night. We're gonna live it up tomorrow night. Y'all watch out.
At the one-on-one?
Yeah. Or safety meeting.
Awesome.
Safety meeting edition.
That'll be good. I'll be watching that.
But yeah, I don't want to take shit and it'd be shit, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure.
But I haven't smoked in this. I just started smoking a couple of years ago, but I did smoke when I was way younger, like 18. And between weed 18 and weed now,
night and day.
Well, yeah, it's come a long way, especially now with
like night and day, like totally different. I mean, even the good weed back in the day was pretty good, but it's just like average weed.
Well, now you have actual scientists growing this shit that have like triple cloned whatever kind of, I don't know a lot about that shit, but when you see guys in lab coats like designing weed to sell on the market, you know that like they're taking whatever ingredients work best to do whatever. Like even here in Toronto, I went into the weed store when they first legalized here, and I grew up where, you got caught with weed. My parents hated it. I did it a little through my teenage years and whatever. And it was very shunned upon. Like, you got arrested for that shit. And then all of a sudden it's legal. So we go downtown into the city to one of the first dispensaries, and you walk in there and it's like they've got all these different kinds of weed on a board, and they're like, well, this one will make you more productive at work in the morning and sleeping in the afternoon, and this one will fucking knock your socks off, and this one will. And I'm like, how do they know all this? And there's like 450 different kinds, and I was just blown away by the whole concept. I'm like, we went from buying weed off the local guy at high school whose brother's uncle's fucking cousin grew it. So now we're going into these stores where literally, like, even in Las Vegas, we went to that giant, whatever the giant weed store is there in Las Vegas, the biggest one in Las Vegas. I was just blown away. I'm like, they've got probably like 2,000 different strains of weed.
Planet 13?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's ooh.
Yeah, I was like blown up. I don't even know how you pick something in a place like that because there's so many options. And the guys are all walking around with these tablets, and they're like, "Oh, what are you looking for?" I'm like, "Dude, I don't know. I have no fucking clue what I'm looking for."
You need a sales advisor when you go in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that first time that I did. We were at the Jelly Roll concert. I was up there with Happy and them, and we went to Jelly Roll, and it was a two show thing.
Like a back-to-back show?
Yeah. Well, it was a regular show, and then the later show was just acoustic, and it was like standing room only type.
Oh,
so you had to get there
Yeah,
and get in there. But man, I got screwed up. He had a vape pen, and it was I think it was a 95%er from Planet 13, and I took like 3 hits off that thing. Whoo-wee.
That's what I mean. Like, what is in these things now?
That comes from me. I haven't done it in 30 something years, and I made it out to the car, and that's when I started sweating. It was like 28 degrees outside. I was sweating. I mean,
That's mine.
Full blown sweat. I sat down in the car and I got out. I was going to throw up. I started gagging, and then all of a sudden, I didn't know we were by an airport, and a helicopter flew by and had a spotlight on. I thought, oh my God, I'm busted.
I'm going to
busted.
Jesus.
So I fucking go in the car. I sit down. So I'm waiting on Happy and Kinsey to come back out. I'm just melting in the seat. So and I have one of them where they got a key fob. So the key fob's in it. So anybody could jump in the car and get in and hit the button and go on. Yeah. I couldn't do nothing. I'm just going to be along for the ride at this point. Luckily, it was Kinsey and Happy come back. He was sweating too. We both on the way back. Poor Kinsey. We both had our windows down. It's probably 28 degrees inside the truck.
Oh shit!
And we're both just still sweating. And then I got back at Happy's house, and I slept in that chair from like 3 o'clock in the morning until 7 o'clock that evening, the next evening, or that evening, I guess. Man. And I missed Jelly Roll the next night in Wisconsin. I was supposed to go see Jelly Roll with Dylan, and I missed it because I got high and slept for like 12 hours.
In high school, we used to call that going green. You could tell when somebody didn't smoke, or they'd be like, "Hey, man, I'm gonna be a badass and roll this 5-paper fucking cannon," and they'd smoke that shit, and then you'd see them in the corner. Their face is gray. They're sweating. I'm like, that was probably a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never heard of anyone actually die from a weed overdose. I don't even think it's clinically possible.
I mean, what? I don't know what you would, how you could actually. I mean, everything happens real slowly. I mean, when you're high,
yeah, I don't think anyone's ever died from weed. That's one drug that. It's actually, for most people, it's better than alcohol. A lot more people die from alcohol than anything.
Oh, yeah.
Which is funny that was the only legal thing that everyone could have. But
yeah. Well, you're talking about the different types of weed. I mean, back in the day, it was like you get high and you go to sleep. That's it.
Pretty much.
I mean, there's no thing about weed. You smoke weed to get you going in the morning. It's like a coffee weed. I'm like, huh? I don't care what kind of weed it is. If it's sativa or indica, I'm getting like, I don't care. I'm getting like, but the sativa does put me down, and then it does bring me up a little bit. It doesn't just keep me planted like the indicas do. I just like to keep planted, but I guess it really don't matter if you don't sleep.
That one's funny, but this reminds me of that phone call. Do you ever hear that phone call of the guy who's all high and he calls the cop station and says he's dead or something like that?
Yeah, I remember.
You gotta come get me. I'm dead. They're like, "Sir, you're not dead. We're talking to you." "No, I'm dead." Oh, shit.
It was a cop too, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
I think cop. It was a cop or a paramedic or something
for the first time, and then he called it in saying he was dead already. They could hear things, echoes of voices, and all this shit.
Yeah.
Oh. Indica
in the
equals
couch.
the couch.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, see, I never really got into it deep enough to know all these different things. To me, it was just whatever anyone had at the time. I was like, all right, whatever, we'll try it. Some
Well,
was
after
good,
doing
some
all
was
my
not.
research and stuff, because I've been doing all my gardening myself. Just started doing my gardening myself, and been doing a bunch of research on it. And I knew I wanted to grow what. To get started, I got some seeds that I didn't know anything about. I just knew
Yeah,
they were
seeds
they
are
were,
hard. Seeds are hard to grow from.
So that's all I know how to grow is from seeds. But I started getting some autoflowers and to get me to learn so I can do the photos. But I've got both deals in the tent right now.
Yeah,
Hydroponic
sativa.
and LED.
No, it's just I got sativa and indica plants. So
the
I'm
problem
not
with
even
seeds, I always heard and found from other people, was seeds were always a crapshoot, because if you got the hermaphrodites or you got male plants in there, it fucks the whole crop up, and then you got to start again. So most of the people I knew would buy basically the clones off of the original mother plant, right? A lot of guys would sell clones. That way you knew it was a female plant.
Yeah, well, that's what some dude told me. He said, take it out and then put a deal around it. If it's a female plant and hermed on you, then all the seeds it's going to produce are going to be female plants or feminized
Oh, really?
seeds. That's what I was
okay.
told. That's what I was told. So I took the one out because I thought I hermed it. It started herming, and I got it out the back, and I didn't chop it down, but it had some little banana things sticking out. I plucked them, and I don't found anything else sticking out on them. It's still in flower right now, but we've had a couple mid 20-degree weather days here. I don't know if it likes that much.
Take a seed and test it by dropping it in a cup of water. If it sinks, it's good. If not, get rid of it. I never heard that before.
Yeah, I've always did if it doesn't sink after like 12 hours, then if you touch it and it sinks, then it's good. If it, do the push test. But sometimes I'll do the water deal, or sometimes I'll do the paper towel method.
Yeah, I got you. So looking forward this year, what are you looking forward to event-wise? I know you got probably a busy calendar like everybody. It seems there's 12 events every weekend, but there's still a couple that are still staple events, I find, that people are still going to go to. So what are you thinking this year for you is going to be? I know KD is always a good one.
Yeah, I get to go to Florida this year. Finally,
That's true.
I'm finally making it to Florida this year.
I was going to say, are there any on your list that are new to you this year?
Yeah, Florida next weekend.
Yes, sir.
And we're going to Vernal, Utah on May 4th. Whenever the Happy's doing that race, I'll be in Utah. Sweet. Up there. There's a race out there that.
I've never been West Coast. Like, I've been to everything on the east and down the middle, but I've never ventured West Coast. Like, the furthest west, I think, is Michigan, Indiana. It's kind of the same area. I've never really gone west.
So you've never been like to Minnesota or?
No, not really. I mean,
North Dakota, South Dakota.
No, never been to North Dakota,
Wyoming.
South Dakota, California, Wyoming. Never been to any of those places. I think that's something I'd like to try. The problem is it's so far.
Oh yeah.
Like to drive to California is like days you're talking about. It's not hours, it's days. I don't know if I'm down for days of driving. I'm down most of the time. 24 hours is kind of my limit. I like when it stays within a day. So if I can drive somewhere and it's like below 18 hours, I'm normally good with it. I like that.
Yeah.
But when you've got to drive for actual days, like there's no way you can possibly drive there in one day. I don't like that really.
Yeah, I seen one. I was gonna go to the Rowdy Racing event up there in New York, whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like looking for my house, or I was somewhere. I think I was a little west. I was out west, and it said it was like 1 day and 1 hour travel time.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
shit.
So that's only 25 hours. That's the way I look at it. I always think about
Yeah.
the lower part of it, and I'm like,
But that's 2 days. Like, that's the same as Florida for me. It takes me 23 and a half hours. Well, it would be similar. You know what fucked me up? And you're going to do it this week is the fucking Texas to Florida route. Because it takes almost as long to drive from Texas to Florida as it does from Florida to Canada.
Yeah.
Which is weird to me because it doesn't make sense because you're literally neighbors almost.
yeah, it's just 4 or 5 states away.
Well, I mean, on the map it looks small to me.
I mean, yeah,
it's like
it's
neighbors.
6 inches.
Yeah, not a good.
That's small or big?
That's
Asking
average.
for a
Jerry.
friend.
Well, that's American.
Asking for a friend.
That's American.
Oh,
6 inches would be large.
That's centimeters, right?
Yeah, I don't know how many centimeters that is, but I'll figure it out. Yeah, no, I'm so happy you're coming down to Florida. I mean, that's going to be awesome. I really appreciate you doing that. I know it's a far drive for you, but we're going to do our best to be as hospitable as we can for you down here. Take care of you while you're down here, but show you the sights, as we say. Hey, Terry's going to take you to the beach, so make sure you pack a thong.
I'm telling you, man. I like wearing thongs, but I usually wear them backwards so they fit better. Got more coverage.
Well. Oh, I deleted it. I deleted Terry on the beach. We got rid of Terry's beach video. He was fucking looking fresh, though.
Oh boy.
Your YouTube's doing well too. You got your new Limpy Reacts channel going.
Oh yeah, how's that going?
That's doing good. That's doing good.
Yeah.
I had somebody send me something. I think it's going to be posted up in the morning. It might get me either banned, taken down, copyrighted, and I'll probably all three of the above, all in one deal. But we're going to see how it rolls. But it's on YouTube. It's on YouTube. So I'm reacting to on YouTube, and I don't know how it's on YouTube.
Yeah, I don't know how these algorithms or this computer works or whatever, but it's so weird. Like the random shit you get blocked for, and then other stuff is fine. Like I was, for example, scrolling through Facebook the other day, and some ad comes up, and literally it's like someone talking about something, and then boom, people are having sex, like full on porn style sex. And I'm like, how is this on? Like my son goes on Facebook. How the fuck is this on Facebook as a commercial? And it's fine. And it's like, it keeps going, like, scene after scene. And
it's like, Edwards down in the chat down there. It's his video that he sent me to watch. Yeah, we're probably going to either.
I don't know how the censorship works, but
yeah,
I hope you get away with it.
Yeah, it's woo. I seen this and I was like,
this ain't gonna work.
I kept looking and waiting for the knife to come in the frame, but I forgot it wasn't live. But
your reaction page is spot on.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
And then your one-on-one stuff you just do on your regular page, right? You don't have
that's probably the problem.
Yeah,
my search history.
I bet you got to turn your phone deal off. So I bet your search history whenever you pull up apps on your phone is all jacked up, huh?
Oh yeah. Well, when you make memes and bullshit about people and you start looking into some weird shit to send people, yeah, it starts changing the algorithm on your phone. I'll put it that way. I told my son because he's like, "Oh, Dad, can I use your phone to do?" I'm like, "Absolutely not." He's like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, between ball hockey chats I got with guys back home, car stuff, memes. I'm like, my phone is 100% off limits because you're going to see shit that you can't unsee.
I'm telling you. I'll be looking for something. I was like, God dang, man, I wish this was it. And I don't know how to send. I don't know how to send it in and see if it gets, if you can add it to their library or whatever. I don't know how to do that stuff, but I guess I find some stuff all the time, and I'm like, man. And then sometimes I think about stuff, and it's actually there. So I'm yes. But some of the
me
stuff
too.
I
I'm always
can't
looking
post
for weird
because
shit.
some of the stuff I can't post because it's really bad.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Patrick Swayze's in the house.
Yeah, this is true. Anything now, if you say like tranny, not transmission, like the sad part is though, where does it like? It's never going to end. It's only going to get worse because they just keep flagging to the point that we won't even be able to have things like this anymore. I mean, I even told Terry that opening video we have just from the music, I already know it's demonetized. It may not even be posted up after because we're using someone else's music. But we're just using snippets of fucking, other people's
How long
shit.
was it? How long was the? I think it's a time. You got like a time frame. I think it's like 10 seconds or something like that. You can't use more than 10 seconds.
Well, I posted a couple YouTube videos where there was just music, even when you go to races, when they play music in the background.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize there was music in the background, and I'm just, play the clip of us talking and that we filmed.
Yeah.
And then boom, as soon as I posted, demonetized. I'm like, what the fuck? It's very hard now to make any money on YouTube because they demonetize everything. Like, I'd say 70% of our content on our channel here is demonetized because it has a song or something that they don't like.
Yeah. Yeah.
My son's 13. I only have one child.
You got
Harry
two.
has multiple.
You got two. You got
Or I
Maxwell.
have two, actually, yeah. Maxwell, I have a 2-year-old, 2.5-year-old fur baby, and a 13-year-old son.
When he's not getting yelled at.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to get some t-shirts. I have an idea for t-shirts. We're going to do something funny.
Maxwell's good.
So, yeah, what's your plan this week? Going to finish up on Wednesday, do the live, and then start heading down?
That's the plan. Get done, and then
straight?
Well, it depends on how it depends on I'll probably have to pull over for an hour or so for the sunrise.
So do you leave right after the show then? Like you'll
usually I'll have my car packed and ready to go, and then by the time we get done, then I'll just kiss the lady and get on the road.
I got you.
You'll be in Friday,
Thursday.
Hopefully Thursday sometime. Thursday afternoon, evening.
So Terry, remember what we need to put in the hotel before he gets there Thursday night.
I will ask tomorrow.
I'm starting to work on it today.
Oh boy.
It's gonna be fully loaded.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Well, you just keep us in the loop so that we know what you want to do dinner. So I don't know what time you're gonna get in. You may just want to go and crash, but whatever. But you let us know. We're down for whatever. It's close by Terry's house. Terry's already started fucking these menus, and it's fucking. I don't know what he's on.
For Limpy. Yeah.
He's like, I gotta. If Limpy's coming, then I gotta go out and buy groceries. I gotta hand cook this guy food,
listen.
and I'm like, "Are you all right?"
It's the first time he's going to be doing an event in Florida. It's special.
We're going to McDonald's, motherfucker.
No.
I'm broke.
At minimum, we're going to Twin Peaks.
Oh yeah, Twin Peaks is good.
That's minimum.
Maybe Twin Peaks on Thursday, and then something better.
What
Friday.
the hell? What the hell?
Send that to Mike.
Oh my God.
I'm sharing something.
There we go.
Edward sent that to me.
No.
Oh shit! Now they're hanging pineapples out there, right?
Oh,
thank you.
Mike,
we just got banned again. Double
Thursday. That's true. We could head to Mike's place on Thursday.
Oh,
they
we
got
could.
a big shindig.
Thirsty Thursdays is a thing at my park, and
they
do not ask Terry. They don't fuck around.
They've got picnic benches they slide together, and they've got all these, like when you walk into 7-Eleven and they got those ice machines running with like different flavors, they just start lining up margaritas. These people make them themselves. I mean, they've bought them off of Amazon or wherever, and it's just a line of drinks. People just come get drinks, and it's LED lit and pineapples, and you put your car keys in whatever, you get a drink, and it's insane.
I don't know if he's down for that kind of party.
Oh,
Yeah.
It is Florida though. They do things different for sure.
Oh, I know. Are most of them leather skin?
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely leather skin. It's hard
That's a-
pressed to tell what race they are at this point, but
it's a good
I think
watch.
they started Caucasian, but now they're definitely at least Middle Eastern, Indian, this ish.
Yeah. Every time I think about that, I think about that old lady and something about Mary. You know how she's
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
She's
dark.
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 Yep.
their titties are all rubbery. Question: would you still lick on them? Maybe if you lick on them, they might like loosen up a little bit. Maybe I don't know. You know,
Maybe if we finish
Yeah.
this bottle, then we talk about it. Till that time. What does this say? Mike, are we able to get into the track a couple of hours before the spectators? We're opening up the track at 1:00 Saturday. I'm going to put a post up shortly on our group page there. I'd like to have the racers in. I'd like to open the track to spectators at 4, ideally. But again, not my track. I got to talk to the track owners. They normally like to just get everyone in as soon as possible. That's just how they do things there. So
And is that
when people ask me questions like that, it's very hard for me to answer that because I don't own the track. I work with those guys. I do my best to accommodate what everyone wants, but at the end of the day, it's their track. So I respect whatever methods they want to do it. But I always try to push for whatever I think is Franken beams.
How'd you get the zipper all the way to the top? We got a bleeder.
Oh shit, there's a lot of good movies out there. There's a question for you. What's your favorite top three? Top three. You got a top three of movies you like?
I know Hot Tub Time Machine, the original, is definitely top 3 for me.
Really?
Oh yeah.
That's a random one.
I'm a kind of a comedy guy, comedy and drama, or
So you like
I
those
guess
comedy movies?
crime drama, I guess as well, like Sopranos and shit like that. Yeah, you get to be above the Frank. I don't know.
It's hard, eh? Because someone asked me that the other day. They're like, "What?" Actually, no. I was talking to my son about it. He said, "What's your top 3 favorite movies?" And I'm like, "That's a really hard question."
Yeah, and there's been some good movies over the years. I mean, it's like really good movies.
I know there's been a lot. Like I'm more of a I like old mobster movies and shit. So I like Goodfellas. That was a really good movie to me.
Yeah,
but that would be top 3. But I don't know.
Godfather, you know.
Yeah, Godfather. Godfather was okay. I think there's better gangster movies. Godfather dragged on. Like,
yeah,
it was a good movie. Don't get me wrong, but it did drag. Like, you went Godfather 1, 2, 3,
Tron?
just kept going.
Was you into
Tron.
that? Was you into sci-fi stuff?
I remember Tron as a kid. I mean, that would have been
Deer Hunter, pretty good.
Deer Hunter. I don't think I've seen. What was that one?
Dazed and Confused.
Oh, Dazed and Confused was good too.
Goodfellas, yeah.
Casino was good. I like Casino too. But it's hard to pick your 3 favorite movies because there's been so many good movies.
I just like I can just like because Hot Tub Time Machine's on Netflix right now, and I just to go to if it's on there, I'm like, man, we can watch it, and it's good, it's funny.
Yeah,
it's good, clean humor.
Yeah, if you can watch a movie multiple times, then for me, I even like Back to the Future, the second one. I used to watch that a lot.
Yeah.
What else was there?
No lady's never seen any of the Back to the Futures.
Really?
Yeah, she's never watched any of them. I can't believe that. She's more of she's stuck in like the 80s. She still watches like 80s sitcom and stuff like that. 80s like reruns. Right now, I mean, she's watching all the CSI stuff, CSI Vegas stuff.
Yeah,
there's such a spread of movies here that people are commenting. We're all over the place.
The Wraith was pretty good. I like The Wraith.
There's a few I can watch over and over. If I'm scrolling through TV and that fucking Shawshank Redemption's on,
Oh yeah, Shawshank.
God
yeah.
damn it.
Yeah,
I gotta watch that.
God dang, I forgot about that one too.
Probably Good Will Hunting. I can watch that.
Yep.
And the original Boondock Saints. I think I can watch that over and over.
I'm right there with you on all of them. You know what I'm really bad into right now is I'll go out out back, have a safety meeting, and I come in, I'm really, really lit. But I'm not I think I'm smoking sativas because I'm not hammered. But I'll sit down in a chair and start watching the bushcraft people.
Oh yeah. Like Naked and Afraid and fucking.
I mean, they're out there making cabins
in Alaska,
in Canada, Alaska, and and all they got is an axe and a saw, and a sleeping bag. And I'm like, they're like, yeah, it's like the dude has a house built, and then all of a sudden, then he has a stove that he's putting a stove. Where'd the stove come from?
Got a full smoker set up on the side of the house.
Yeah, I mean, he has a whole house built in I watched one. Oh my God, this dude! I think he's up in Canada. Because my Self-Reliance or something I was following, he built the whole house himself in 2 years, and it was like a 2.5 hour long video, and I watched every bit of that motherfucker. Him building that whole fucking house. That's how I got high 3 times watching that thing.
It's crazy what people can do, though.
Yeah.
When your push comes to shove and you don't have much going on, you can get shit done. I mean,
and them mofos are doing it with they've got old style the screws and stuff and the drills, and I mean they're doing it with old caveman, days,
And there's no distraction and no phones and no TVs and
and then there's this one girl that does woodworking in her skimpies. I've learned how to bend some
You've learned a lot of woodworking.
I've learned a lot of steaming wood, and she learned me how to change oil in a McLaren. I don't know, 571 or something like that.
See, that sells the deal.
Yeah,
Patrick Swayze, you should come down. 21 hours. I do it all the time. It's going to be a good race.
I hate driving. I did it.
Yeah, Terry hates driving. He did it with me, following behind me.
Are you permanently there, Terry?
Yes.
Yeah, Terry lives there.
Yeah, I'm permanently here. I go visit up there. We try to go every year. But yeah, I'm permanent down here where you'll be real close to me.
Yeah, you're not even 15 minutes from his house.
Yeah,
the hotel.
Now hold on.
If you need anything, you just call Terry. He'll give you speed.
I guess it's been a while since I've been to Florida, so I got to figure out how long a 15-minute is. A Florida 15-minute is.
No, it's close.
Terry's 15 minutes is legit. My 15 minutes, you're probably looking 45.
No, yeah, we're.
If you're in Kentucky, around the corner is 45 minutes.
No, if you leave your hotel door to get to Terry's house to his door is 15 minutes. Driving slow. I think you could actually get there faster. To me, it's 30 minutes, 25 minutes.
Is weed legal in Florida?
With a card.
With a card.
Oh, yeah, medical? It's medical?
Yeah, medical.
I got you.
That's my...
Oh, boy.
I'll share all the pineapples with Limpy, whatever he wants. He's my boy down in Florida. We take care of him any way he needs.
Yep.
We go to this place. It's kind of like I don't know what y'all have, like a Foco de Chao or Texas de Brazil. I don't know if y'all know anything.
We have a Brazilian steakhouse.
Yeah. Well, we got a little hole in the wall place that's called I can't remember the name of it. In Irving, close to me, and it's like half the size, but it's a mom and pop place, and it's so good. We do reservations and stuff, and we bring our friends there, and they do. I don't do fruit at all, and they do the roasted pineapple with the cinnamon, and they made me try a little bit of it. I ain't gonna lie, that's pretty good, but just the texture of it is what got me. It's like,
Meat and potatoes.
yeah, that's what I am. Meat potatoes.
Terry
some
does
corn.
fruits.
Whoa. What do you?
What's going on?
Don't just leave it
going on
open
here?
like that. What do you mean?
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
what's that, man?
I mean, I cook with a few. Yeah, I don't eat them
Yeah.
though. Even when I do cook.
Oh, speaking of, what was that? God dang. Speaking of fruits and movies, that Adam Sandler movie, where he's the devil or his dad's the devil. God dang. You know what I'm talking
That's
about?
the devil.
Yeah, and he's dissipating and he's got to save the world. He's got to get his brothers. They're down there in hell. I know Adolf Hitler's down there, and he got dressed up as a dang
Like Little Nicky.
Nicky. Yeah, little Nicky. Y'all ever seen Little Nicky?
Yeah,
No, I don't think I've seen that.
that's all.
And well, they got Adolf Hitler's down there, and that's in hell. It's in hell. So
Yeah.
and he's like, daily he's got to get something shoved up his butt. So they're like, he's like, what do you want to put up there? And he comes out and he has like something real small, and they're like, no. So he's like, turns around, and it got Adolf Hitler in like this, the little fancy dress, like your, God dang, I'm high, but like with your cook
Like a
or
prom dress?
no, like your housekeeper, like she's dressed up real pretty. He
Housekeeper.
got her dressed up and like that, and he comes back with like something a little bit bigger. He's like, no. So he comes back with like a pineapple.
Oh, fuck.
And he's all like, yeah. So he turns around and he has it sideways, backwards, I guess. And he's all like, he turns around, yeah, French maid outfit. And he turns it around where it's going bush in first. And he's like, you see his little face, you see Hitler's face go, oh yeah. It's funny as shit.
I gotta see that. I haven't seen that movie.
Yeah. Little Nicky.
There you go. That's true. So what? So Terry can get prepared on his end. What's your meat and potatoes? Like you're a steak guy, or you like anything kind of thing?
I just don't really care for vegetables. I might do corn, but that's about
So
it.
you don't care for vegetables, you don't care for fruit, and somehow you're still alive.
Yeah.
I guess it's better at Chris Lane that only eats white bread. So.
Oh boy, I think that's a little weird. To be honest with you, just between us, just between us three.
There's nobody else.
Yeah, I don't think nobody else is watching, but yeah, I think first that's a little weird, and other than he's left-handed, is
makes sense.
Why the only thing white he has in his mouth is the bread.
Oh, he's gonna kick your ass.
He'll drug me like he did last time at KD,
What?
and they put me in one of them little skimpy shirts.
Well, that is true. Skimpy. I remember that.
It was skimpy.
Very. I wish I had pictures of that. Actually,
I bet you. I bet you he is an alien. He blew that fairy dust in my face and knocked me out.
All right. Well, anyone else have any questions for the legend himself? If not, we're going to be seeing him. I like to keep these to like 2 hours because these 7-hour shows, especially on Sundays, it's hard when you got to get up on Monday to work. I don't know how we do it on Wednesdays, but those Wednesday shows go long.
Crazy.
I don't know if people actually listen to 8 hours of people talking, but maybe they do. I don't know.
That's why they wonder why no ladies like today. Speaking of today, she's like, you're always hitting that pin on them lives and this and that. And she goes, you always go hard when you're hitting that thing. And I said, hey, first of all, my mama didn't raise no bitch. And two, when I don't go hard on anything that I don't do, I'm always hard. She's like, huh? I'm like, do what?
The what? I ain't kidding.
She's gonna
slap
stab
shit out of
you.
you, woman.
She's gonna stab you any second. I'm waiting
Hopefully,
to
she
see it.
might be passed out. Hopefully,
Is there anything in Florida you want to see while you're down visiting us?
bitches and thongs. That's I'm good with that.
On our side of the water there, they may be older, but we can probably find some.
They'll be my age then.
They could be. That's possible.
Mike's age.
They ain't my age. I'm the young buck in that place.
You're old.
I'll tell you right now.
Yeah.
I am old, but not.
Oh, God.
I'm still young at heart. As long as you stay young at heart, age is only a relative number.
Yeah,
That's very true.
when I wake up in the morning, I feel like way older than I am. But as the day progresses, I get younger. And then I don't. Only time I get older is when I sleep. If
That's
I do
true.
sleep. So, because that reset for me.
Ralph asked at the track. I doubt we'll see any girls in bikinis at the track, but
Oh boy,
that's the owner of the track. He's a good dude.
no. I always see you go down to the beaches or whatever. You see them just walking down there like nothing, and I'm like,
We got to take you to Miami then. I think that's the better route for that. Because
I get excited when I see the old lady walk out of the shower, and walk by me, and I'm like,
oh damn!
I'm just an
not
ass
on
man.
the west. I'm not on the west coast. I stay in the middle here, so I go from Ontario to Florida, back up to Ontario. I guess that's East Coast, right? We're not central. We're like east. Oh, maybe he's talking about Florida.
In Florida.
Florida, we're West Coast. Sorry, West Coast.
Don't do that. There you go.
Oh, he said the East Coast for the G strings.
Yeah, East Coast. East Coast definitely for G strings. West Coast is more for
old people
getting ready to send themselves up to heaven, I think.
Oh yeah, man.
They got nicer water on the other side too.
Do they?
That's not true.
They always
think so?
100% true.
So that's the
How about
Gulf
up
on
in
your side.
Clearwater.
I mean,
isn't
you
bad.
can find okay water on our coast, but the Gulf of Mexico is a fucking.
I'm about to say it's Gulf on one side, and it's
Yeah.
what's on the other side?
How about that beach down in Naples? The water's always nice, but there's those fucking sand fleas or fucking whatever's fucking
You can
little
find
bastard.
some clean spots, but it's the Gulf of Mexico.
Here.
It's
As Freddie said,
Naples.
Naples is God's waiting room. Ain't that the fucking truth?
Oh shit!
Oh, that's funny.
The one time I went down, I was delivered a couple of times down in Florida, and I was in a Lakeland, I think.
Yeah.
Is there a
Central.
Lakeland?
Yeah.
Okay. And I delivered, and man, there's a bunch of old people down there, and I was like, "Good Lord!" I said, "Why do these people move here for the humidity or what?" I mean, geez.
It's old. I went to school there. Yeah.
I don't know. I like Florida. I just like it. I like the way the Florida way of living, I guess I'll put it.
Boca Raton's super nice.
We come in Canada here, we're so restricted in everything that we do. It's like New York on steroids. So it's just everything is taxed to death. Everything is moderated to death. Like you really can't get away with much here.
Can you get a dual citizenship or?
Yeah, I'm working on that. That's what I'm trying to do.
I didn't know if it was allowed or not, or
yeah, no, it's allowed. But you still need to submit taxes in Canada. I mean, they always want their taxes. Like that's
yeah, just like everywhere. Everybody wants their money.
So if you still pay your taxes up here and your business is still functioning or whatever up here paying tax, then yeah, you can be dual citizenship. But if you transfer everything down south, then I think slowly you lose all your, which sucks because for someone like myself who's paid taxes all these years to have, the retirement, not that it's much, but we pay into, you guys probably have the same, right? Where you pay into like, I don't know if you do have it, retirement kind of thing.
You got to pay extra, like 401k and stuff. You have to pay extra for that. It's not incled in any.
Well, we get it deducted from our taxes, so it goes to the government like a CPP, they call it.
We don't.
So once you're whatever age, you need to be 60, 65.
Like Social Security, maybe for us.
Yeah, they give you back money for all the years that you put money in. I mean, majority of the people die before they ever get back what they paid in. But
Yeah.
it's just one of those things that helps you, I guess, when you're in your retirement stage in life. But I think once you transfer, like if I were to move to Florida full time and leave Canada as a whole, I think I'd lose probably that money. So that's the only shitty part, but I'm fine with it. I love it down there. I'm happy to slowly migrate down there because up here I don't know, man, it's changed a lot. Canada used to be a really cool place, but over like the last 15 plus years, it's just slowly getting worse and worse up here. It just doesn't seem like the same place we once had. So
Later, John.
I like Florida. I like the Florida lifestyle. I like the people I've met down there. Everyone's friendly, good people. You know, I met a lot of great people. I'm sure there's a lot of shitbags too, but you surround yourself with the people you want to surround yourself with. So yeah, it's probably the liberals that have fucked it. But you know what? It's not even, I know a lot of people that are liberals. And I hate talking politics because this is when you get in a lot of shit. This is when we get banned. But there's like a new generation of liberals that are like hard, but it's like a fringe group like everything else. There's also a fringe group on the other side too that's just like so hardcore. But the problem is now that the hardcore groups change everything now for everybody.
Yep.
Yeah. So when they change everything for everybody, it makes it shitty for people who just want shit normal. That's the part I don't like. Anyway, I'm not going to turn this into some political fucking debate because that never works out well for anybody.
Why not?
I don't know. That's how you get shadow banned right away.
Fuck that shit. All I need is fucking bitches and cocaine.
There you go.
Not cocaine. I'll take some weed though. That's for sure.
Ralph set out the track, whatever you need, he'll help you out with. So if you need to see chicks in thongs, he'll import some for you.
Good old Ralph.
Yeah, no, it's going to be fun. It'll be a good time. I'm looking forward to you coming down and chilling with us. And I'm happy you're making the trip. Like I said, whatever you need, you just let us know. We're here to accommodate you as our guest down here for the time you're down here. I think we'll have some fun. We got a couple of activities planned, which we've talked about. And yeah, the race should be awesome. We got a lot of heavy hitters lined up. I think it'll go smoothly. Most of our events do, so we're just going to stick with our usual scheduled programming and just try to make this something big. So hopefully, I'm hoping this is going to turn into like a yearly. You know what I mean? I'd like to have one big event every year, and I think February in Florida is the best time because everywhere else is dead. So I think we're going to show people what we're about down here, and hopefully next year more people will make the trip down, come for a little, plan it as a vacation. That's what I've told everyone. It's a great place to come and vacation this time of year because it's not stupid hot. It's like nice hot.
Yeah, it's not the humidity not real high.
Yeah, it's not really humid. The weather, at night is cool, which is nice. It's like sweater and jeans weather. I mean, to some Floridians, it's like full parka, snowsuit. But to me,
fire pit going. It's brutal.
Yeah, it's cold. Like 60, below 60 is like shit's about to shut down there.
You see fireplaces going, huh?
Oh yeah, for sure.
They don't have fireplaces down there, do they?
No, it's hard to find them. We just have like a gas fire pit out back where we cook and stuff. And she likes it when it's cold. She can go sit out there.
I have an electric fireplace in the trailer that I turn on at night.
How's that work?
It's just an electric heater that looks like a fire burning.
It's
like a fireplace and then looks like fire,
though, right?
But it's just blowing heat. Yeah,
like a toaster, like a blow dryer.
Yeah,
basically.
I got you.
But yeah, no, it's going to be great, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Brandon will be there, your best buddy.
I was surprised. I did see that photo. I saw that photo of you guys. You didn't even have one middle finger up. It was weird. I didn't know if it was photoshopped or.
They love each other.
It was Photoshop. They're getting good with that stuff. Yeah, they can even Photoshop videos now. I mean, look at the heads on these people.
Speaking of that, one last thing. Have you seen the AI girlfriends? They have apps now that you can have an AI girlfriend. Like literally you can talk to her on your phone and she'll talk back to you. It's a girl and it can be however you want her to look, or like for guys who are lonely.
Ask Mike how he knows.
Once again, I do a lot of searching on the internet and I find weird things. So now you can have an AI girlfriend that literally you can talk to and she'll talk back. Like you can have full conversations. It's fucking mind blowing.
Dude, get that AI and that half rubber girl at the poon shop. And man, you could,
not even half. They got the full deal.
So
all they're going to do is incorporate the AI eventually into these rubber girls, whatever, those real sex dolls and whatever, and that's it. Female population is going to decrease.
Yeah.
Because men, imagine, this is going to be so sexist.
You're going to go right to hell.
Going right into
if you
this.
say,
you know what I'm going to say. Imagine how nice it would be to come home and that's all you hear ever. There's never any argument. It's just like, hi, honey, how was your day? You're like, oh, it was great. She's like, good, I'm making dinner. And you're like, sweet. And she's like, you need anything? And you're like, no, I'm good. I'm going to go in the garage and work on the car now for 8 hours. And she's like, fantastic. When you come back in, I'll be ready. And you're like, fucking right. You know, it's great. Like,
it's just this world we live in nowadays, man. It's just technology.
It's technology, but the technology is going to be what ruins us. That's the point.
Technology is going to run its own,
or it's going to change everybody else.
Yeah. That AI shit is scary and creepy because it legitimately can be like a human being. It starts thinking it's on its own.
All I can do is what was that? That show with that was like that. iRobot or whatever.
iRobot with Will Smith was like that. Yeah.
Yeah, where they had one of the top
free will. Himself. Yeah, he got free will. And
don't you remember there was another movie too with those teenagers, and then they made the older girl. It was like early 90s, 80s movie. Strange Things.
Yeah,
Science.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. They had the hot.
You know what I'm talking about? That girl was hot as
Weird
shit.
Science. Weird Science.
Yeah. Yeah, Weird Science. That's what it was right there.
Yeah.
They wanted to make their girlfriend or a girl.
And they made it all right. And then they had the whole reality of everything happen.
Oh yeah, everything went fucked up and crazy But that's what's fucked up is eventually I can replace Terry up here with an AI version of Terry.
Not a chance.
Oh yeah. That one will talk.
Your ass.
Talk its mouth off.
You don't
might
want
not
that.
cook as good, but
that's
it'll talk.
Damn sure.
Definitely can't cook as good. It'll take a lot to teach them how to cook like that. What's up, Bo? Yeah, Weird Science. I remember that movie. That was a cool movie back then. You know what's sad?
Watches that stupid shit. That's the kind of stupid shit my lady watches.
Oh, really?
All the time.
It's funny though. If you go back in time now, watch those movies now, you're like, what the hell was I watching?
My old lady, when she was pregnant with my daughter, we watched Grease every day for 9 months straight.
Oh fuck!
You could sing all the songs.
I was giving them hell right there on my sleep. Dude.
Oh, killing it,
man! It was bad. It was bad.
It would love to have been a fly on the wall in that living room watching Lippy sing all those songs.
and then if I would have to bargain with her. I said she'd want some shit at night. Porky's, yeah, Porky's pretty good. I'd bargain with her because she'd want Diet Coke and the brownie with the nuts on them, like your little Debbie that you get at the corner store or whatever. So I'd have to go. I said, all right, but if I go get this, then we're not watching Grease no more. So one night it worked, but then she made me get for 2 or 3 nights in a row.
You imagine he learns all the men's parts, but then he's watched it so much he has to learn the female parts too eventually. Right?
For sure. 100%.
I mean,
I knew it all. I knew it word for word. It's like the Breakfast Club. Yeah, remember the Breakfast Club?
Oh yeah.
I knew I could recite that movie.
Yeah, that was another good movie.
Yeah, go to karaoke and get him up there.
Trevor's gonna get jealous. That's funny. All right, gentlemen. It's been a blast. Limpy, stay in touch. Like I said, you need anything or whatever we can help you with, or on the trip down, if you need anything, just let us know. We'll do the best we can.
Appreciate
Hotels booked, events
Need
booked.
anything you need when you get here, just shout.
Yeah, we have vehicles down here too. If you, well, no, you'll have your own car, but you can come with me if you want to the track and whatever. If you want to save some driving around or trying to figure out where you're going.
Yep.
Are you a gambler? Or you're not a gambler? No. Okay. I was going to say the casino's right beside the racetrack if you're a gambler.
I'm not really a gambler.
All right. That's probably
I work too hard. I work too hard for my money to just go out on a
hand it
limb.
off.
Yeah.
Hand it off to the locals in the casino that I never win money in.
Yeah.
Right,
So
Terry?
good. Yeah, we only went once, but you definitely lost your ass.
I lose every time in that place. I don't know if it's just on the take. The only time we won is when we went into High Rollers. That was the only time we ever won. And I told you the
Strip
theory.
club. Oh boy.
I don't know if we have those, but we can discuss.
We have one that's
Oh wait, the strip club, they have that at where the pineapples are on the community center, right?
There's only one here I would recommend going to.
The community center at the RV park.
Koger will be there.
Yeah, there are a couple strip clubs I can think of offhand, but Terry would know better.
Just one to go to. The other ones you're not going. Nope.
See, Terry's the ambassador. I'm
I'll go
still a
get
newbie. I know a few things, but he knows much more. He's been there a lot longer, so I'm just a visitor as well. All right, boys. I'm going to call it 2 hours is good.
Yep.
Thanks, Limpy, for coming on. Any shout-outs for any of your stuff on YouTube? Limpy Reacts. What else?
Limpy Reacts and just Limpy.
Just Limpy.
Yeah.
Give Limpy a follow, guys. Go on Limpy Reacts. Subscribe.
817 on Twitch as well.
There you go.
I don't do
Limpy
nothing but
187 on Twitch. Let's subscribe to these guys. Get more YouTube subscriptions. It's all great to view, but subscriptions are what counts. So,
yeah.
Thank you very much, Chris. I appreciate it. And yeah, I'll probably see you Wednesday, but then after that, we'll see you down in the sunny south.
Timfo.
All right, brother. Thank you.
Have a good one. Later.
See ya.
See ya.
All right, sir. So just to recap for everybody or anyone else who's on here, this weekend, this upcoming Saturday, February 24th, we are popping off with Limpy, North versus South. In the next coming episodes, we got a little special going on, Cooking with Terry.
Hell yeah.
I've been struggling to get it online, but I'm figuring it out. So we got a little segment called Cooking with Terry. Terry does love to cook, so we're going to get that on this weekend, North versus South. We've been hammering it on all the socials. If you don't know by now, you're obviously never been on social media. We got a bunch of badass cars coming in our small tire shootout. We got trucks, some badass S10s, Mustangs, cool S2000. SRC will be on the property, coming to collect that money for the North. Lots of Fox bodies, like every no prep. So if you guys can make it out, or you're in the area, or you want to come down for a quick vacation, this weekend's going to be an event for sure. So we've got our event Saturday, and then if you're still around for the weekend, on Sunday morning, showtime up in Tampa? No. Punta Gorda? Tampa? I don't know. Somewhere up in the Tampa area. I don't know what that area is called.
Clearwater? Isn't it up in...
Is it Clearwater? Could be up in Clearwater. Anyway, a little bit north of us. Showtime's also going to be doing a no prep on the Sunday. Same deal, front side. Herb's hosting that one. Limpy's going to help them out and flag for that as well because he's down here with us. So if you want to watch some racing up in the northern Florida area, that's another one Sunday morning. And then I think from there, he's either heading home or going to Georgia. I'm not sure, but
yeah, I forgot to ask him. I thought he was hitting Georgia.
Pinellas. There we go. Pinellas. Sorry, my St. Pete, my Florida geography is not very good, guys. I am Canadian at the end of the day. I'm trying my best. So I barely know Canada, let alone fucking Florida geography. So thank you guys. I appreciate all you guys coming on with us, hanging out with us. We always appreciate you guys. If you haven't liked and subscribed, please, I don't care about the likes, subscribe so you stay up to date so I don't have to flog our shows all over Facebook every week. I'd rather not. I'd rather just, everybody subscribe. That way when we come on, it's going to be live and I don't have to advertise all the time. But we appreciate all you guys. We love talking to all you guys. It's great. Every week we're getting a few more people on here and we love hearing what you guys have to say, and we'll try to keep, the content coming, keep talking to cool people in this sport. I'm always looking for new people to come on the show. So if you want to come on, you got something to say or something cool to talk about, we'd love to have you on. And that's pretty much it. Terry, you got anything else to say to your fans?
No, I'm pumped. I'm excited. Been a couple good shows. Happy, Limpy, OGs. They're on my bucket list to meet. We've been to a lot of events with them, but never really had the time or space to go see them. So it'll be nice to have a bunch of these guys. Even, if Casey Max shows up, we've been to events, War in the Woods, and it's work for them. So you don't really want to always go up and bother them and meet them. But it feels different when they're going to be here, in your backyard and at an event you're helping with. So hopefully I'll get to meet a lot of those guys, even the SRC guys. I've been to a bunch of events they've been at, never said a word to them. So maybe I'll get out of my shell, go say hey.
Yeah, no, I think it's going to be great. It's going to be cool to have those guys down here. Like I said, we started this kind of project 3 years ago. I told Terry what I wanted to do. He came on board to help me. The track let me do what I was, talking about. It was kind of an oddball idea, but at the time, I didn't think they would really be down for it. They kind of weren't, but now they've seen what we've grown this into. So I'm really happy how everything's turned out. And I hope, like I said, that eventually February will be our month. It may not be as big as War in the Woods, but we'd like to just have a destination for all you guys who want to come race and come hang out with us and just hold an awesome event, give back some money to the racing community, and just have fun. At the end of the day, that's all this stuff should be about, is just having fun with your friends. So that's what we're hoping to do. So thank you guys once again, and we will see you. We may do a show. I don't know. Do you want to do a show after our event on that Sunday? You may be tired. Depends if we go to Showtime or not.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. We'll keep you guys posted, but we may do a show next Sunday. I know we do every other Sunday, but once in a while when we have events, it's kind of cool to talk about it when it's still fresh.
Yeah,
so
show you some of the action from right away.
Yeah, give you a little rundown. Oh, we also have 1320 coming this weekend, so keep your eyes glued on YouTube. G2K will be doing the live stream from our event Saturday. If you're at home, bored, whatever, throw on YouTube. G2K will be the live stream, and then after that, there'll probably be something cool coming out from 1320, and obviously we'll have our own YouTube take. Hopefully, we try to film every event we do for our own channel, but yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot going on. So, all right, guys, thank you very much, and we'll see you. Let me do this right this time. I always forget. We will see you at the event on Saturday or the next live.
See ya.